There are two types of people that I've encountered when I was looking for support from the alleged support system around me. The first type is the get over it crowd, and the second type is, did you go to therapy? What do you think about therapy? And today I'm gonna be talking about the second type. You know what pisses me off the most about these people? I've went to therapy, and they know that I've went to therapy. Now, I did not continue because of financial problems, and they're still going, what do you think about therapy? I'll tell you what I think about therapy. Therapy is effective. It can be effective. And I myself suggest to people to go to therapy. So I don't have a problem with the suggestion itself. I have a problem with people suggesting it while completely dismissing context. The people that do that are people that cannot be bothered to talk to you, to listen to you, and not just hear you. I was listening the other day to Dr. K on YouTube, and he said something that really resonated. Paraphrasing, he said that unfortunately in psychiatry, doctors cannot replace love. Therapists cannot replace love. Therapists cannot replace community, especially if you go to a bad therapist. And the process of finding the right therapist is an expensive and soul-taxing mission in itself. But from what I've heard, and from my own experience, most therapists focus on treating the symptoms as the primary plan for a patient instead of the source. Because a lot of them really do not give a single fuck about the patients. And it's sad. A lot of people go into the medical field for money, for status, which is not a bad thing in itself if the person has work ethic and integrity, but there are individuals that don't, and those individuals go into psychiatry and they only treat the symptoms. They're like, okay, we're gonna prescribe you this, take this, oh, it's not working, okay, let's up the dosage, without regards to the core problems. Like, me going to therapy is not gonna spawn a loving, supportive family for me. It's not gonna happen. I can go to a therapist and she can tell me, well, what do you think about talking with your family about this and that? Well, my family doesn't really listen. So what do I do at this point? How do I move on in a place that does not have the resources that I need, right? And a few years ago, I was really at rock bottom. It was the darkest that I've ever felt. So I started to go to therapy. I went for a few months. There wasn't any progress. I was still grappling with a lot of things at once, but I was still going. I had a therapist and a psychiatrist. But anyway, I was going anyways because I believed that if I go enough times, something is bound to happen, right? But unfortunately, my health insurance got changed. I had an insurance that covered mental health services, but then it got switched where I couldn't receive those services anymore. So I reached out to customer service. I reached out to people in the program that I was in. They literally don't really care. They literally just sent me a pamphlet or the manual of how health insurance works. And that was 100 pages long. And I'm a depressed person that still read what I needed to know about health insurance. But I needed more help because some things were not clarified. Because they could not be bothered to do their job. People don't really take mental health seriously, unfortunately. And I've sent them something, and then I was like, I'm in a really critical condition, whatever. And the supervisors in this program, they really don't care. And then they blame you when your performance plummets. Because guess what? They don't give a fuck. They're just seeing you as another person that's gonna help them bring in money. There are a lot of factors why therapy shouldn't always be suggested when there's context. And therapy can never replace love. And therapy is not always perfect because a lot of people do not have work ethic or it's inaccessible, or there are a lot of reasons. So when I go to you, I don't expect solutions. I expect you to at least listen to me, and not just listen to respond and to feel like you want. I want you to listen to me. Don't belittle what I want to do or what I went through. Don't just tell somebody, oh, did you think about therapy? Because trust me, I don't get, some people don't like being told that because they feel like the other person is suggesting that they are crazy. But I don't see it that way. And again, I've suggested therapy myself to other people. But if you have context and you know that I tried therapy and it did not work, and I have insurance issues, don't tell me things I already know. Love does not require much talk, really. You could have a pet and you don't speak their language, they don't speak yours, and yet you love them so much. And they love you so much. All I ask for is a hug. And if you want to ask me something, ask me what I want to do. And be supportive with it. You don't have to agree with it. I don't want you to suggest to me the best course of action under capitalism. Like, dude, I can barely get out of bed. What makes you think that I need to hear that right now? You have context. You have a brain. And if all else fails to translate to someone that is hurting, then just hug them.